raping, get 5, 6, 7 years in prison because she's unconscious, she does not have consent, therefore that is a rape. Now, they get busted for doing that, and now they're in prison also. I had a boy that was in this classroom right here, in this classroom, sitting here listening to the same thing you guys are listening to, who told me, I said, Jesus, I can see you in a shirt and a tie, or I can see you in an orange jumpsuit for Orange County Jail, right? Mm-hmm. Those prisoners wear the orange jumpsuits. I said, dude, I can see you going either way. You're very intelligent, and he was a smart kid. And not one of these, oh, I'm smart, I'm just lazy. No, he actually did a lot of his work, but he was ghetto also. And I said, dude, hey, listen, don't tell me, show me. But I'm worried about you because I can see both sides of you. And it scares me. Because I'm not in a gang, I don't do drugs, anything like that. 2 years later, maybe 2, 3, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 years later. I see his face in the register, Orange County Register. He and his friends got high, they were out tagging, out in Black Star Canyon. They beat up these 2 boys and raped their 2 girlfriends. There were 5 guys. Only 3 of them did the raping. 3 of the boys. Okay? 3 of them were from South Junior High School. They had been off to high school now, but they had come from here. He is now doing 60 years in prison. 60 years. He got high. I don't know what he was doing, but his judgment is not clear. He made some really bad choices, and now he's spending his adult life, and the only life that he has, in prison. This is me growing up, visiting my dad in Tehachapi Prison, visitation yard. Me and my little brother Shane. Okay? We used to drive about 2 hours, 2.5 hours every week, not every weekend, about 1 weekend a month. And we would go up there and visit my dad in prison. And my dad's prison friends would all come around. They'd be, thank God there's prison. There's some scary people in there. You do not want to have to be in that situation. It is not something that I would recommend to anybody. But as us growing up, this is the prison that's up there in like the High Valley, something like that. It's a long way in the mountains. I was going through my dad's photos. When he died, he had a trunk of photos. He kept his prison stickers. San Quentin. This is California Men's Colony, San Luis Obispo, Folsom, Soledad, Chino. That's where Chino Institute for Men. And then Susanville. This is only a small part of what drugs will put you in prison. Both a physical prison with the California Correctional and also in a prison of addiction to that drug. Okay? It is not something that you want to mess with. I'm going to tell you the secret to life right now. Is everybody listening? This is the secret to life. Be eligible to go on to the next level. There's no secret. If you are eligible to go to the next level, then you get to make the choice, not others for you. If you graduate high school, you are eligible to go to college. If you do not get arrested and you graduate high school, you are able to go into the military. If you do not get arrested and you graduate high school, there's a whole world that you can choose to make those decisions to better your life. For me, I joined the Marine Corps. Hoorah! Right? That was me. 18-year-old kid, right out of Santa Ana High School, never knew anything other than working at a donut shop, working at a liquor store, and working at fast food restaurants. had no idea anything else was available to me. I'm just some ghetto kid who grew up poor in Santa Ana, right? That's all I knew. I get up, I graduated high school because, to be honest with you, I thought I had to. In my own head, I thought I had to graduate high school. Not, oh, I want to. I don't. Everybody graduates high school. I joined the Marine Corps. I was eligible. Okay? I did 2.5 years in the Marine Corps Reserves. And then I was like, man, I want to go active duty, or I want to go active duty Marine Corps. I didn't have the chance. There wasn't any openings. So I joined the Air Force. I did 4 years in the Air Force. Okay? I went from the Marine Corps right into the Air Force. It was a great transition. Guys, it gives you structure if you don't have it. Walking on water. I'm really not walking on water. I want you guys to know there's a rock right there. All right, and listen, 49, I'm going to be 50 next month. Drug-free. I don't do drugs. I don't really drink alcohol that much. I'm not an anti-alcohol person. I don't like, oh, nobody should drink. No. If you're legal and you have a drink or two, God bless you. Okay? As long as you can handle it and you're not, you're not addicted to it, great. I'll have a beer every now and then with a friend. I'd rather have Pepsi. Right? It's just the way I am. I've seen too much of what could happen. It's not pleasant when you see people puking. In the Marine Corps and in the Air Force, I used to see people getting drunk on the weekends. I mean, oh my God, throwing up in the club drunk. You're like, dude, who's gonna want to go out with you after you just puked on her shoes? Right? You see, well, if you don't see it now, you will see it in high school. I explained this to my daughter. My daughter's like, she has some drinks. I'm sure she may have gotten drunk. You can't really overly control, but she's like, Dad, these girls go to these parties and they get so drunk and they act so stupid. You see the boys, they do the same thing. They just get so drunk and they start acting so stupid. At Catella High School, we had a kid, his name was James Patterson. They were out drinking. And Mr. Bidwell knows the kid. He was at Catella when it happened. Killed 6 of his best friends. He rolled over the SUV and killed 6 of his best friends because he was drunk. Okay? This kid has to live with that his entire life. That he killed 6 of his best friends because they were drinking. Right? What's most important is your family. Now, I'm not talking about your biological family that you have right now. You don't control those people. Okay? If you're in the situation I was in growing up, and I'm going to tell you right now why I do this thing. When I was sitting in your seat, I went to Lathrop and I went to Willard Junior High School. I don't know if you guys know where Lathrop or Willard are in Santa Ana, but they're 2 of the worst schools now that there are. Really ghetto. Okay? When I was there, I thought, dude, I'm the only one going through this. Nobody else has these problems. Nobody's dad is in prison. Nobody's mom is dead. Nobody's dad is an alcoholic or a drug addict. I thought I was it. I give this presentation to you to tell you that there's hope for you if you're in that situation to get out of it. You do not have to repeat the pattern of your parents. For me, I divorced my dad. I said, bleep you, you're out of here. I have nothing to do with you. My dad, I gave him an invitation to my wedding. He didn't show up because he started getting high. From that day on, I never spoke to him again. My wife's like, Jamie, you can't do that. He's your dad. I'm like, no, he's the man who had sex with my mother and produced me. A dad would not leave his kid to do drugs and go off to prison. A dad is somebody who puts their kids ahead of themselves. Okay? A dad is somebody who is going to be there for their kid. He's not there for me. Therefore, he's no longer part of my life. I have a little bit of a selfish streak. I want a good life. If you want a good life, it doesn't mean to neglect your family, but it means sometimes you have to make a tough choice. And I made that tough choice. I have people in my family right now who sit on their butts all day and collect government welfare, and they don't do a damn thing all day. They're capable of working, but they want to be provided for. And they go, Jamie, you think you're better than we are. I'm like, no, I don't. I know I'm better than you. Because I'm working for my pay. I don't rely on other people. You guys, my family I'm talking to, you guys are willing to be poor so that you don't have to work. Nothing is given to you in this world that's worth a damn. Tell you the two top things I'm proud of. One, Marine Corps boot camp. Because I didn't think I could graduate Marine Corps boot camp. It was tough. And two, the LA Marathon. A fat boy like me ran 26.2 miles 10 years ago. LA Marathon. Didn't think I could do it. Right? I'm like, man, I don't even like to run. I made a goal for myself. I want to run a marathon. And I did. And you know what? When people talk about self-esteem, nobody can give you self-esteem and nobody can take it away from you. Okay, because no matter what happens in this world, I still completed that marathon. I still completed Marine Corps boot camp. And the same thing with you. When teachers try to say, oh, we want to build their self-esteem, they're pretending to build your self-esteem. When you work hard in a class and get an A, you feel damn good about it. If somebody just gives it to you, you're like, I'll take it, but I didn't work for it. And you know the difference. Okay? That's when you get self-esteem. Alright? This daughter right here, she's at Cal Poly Pomona right now. She had a 3.7 GPA in high school and barely got into Cal Poly Pomona. When you're talking about you're going to have to work hard if you want to get to college. This child right here, and I'm not joking, I didn't think she'd ever be able to read. She had a processing problem when she was reading. All the way from kindergarten to 3rd grade, she could barely read. Now she's on the honor roll in high school. Not because of anything other than she worked her little butt off at it and worked hard. This one, the brightest one of them all, and yes, she's the laziest. She's the one I have to kick her in her butt to keep her going, or else she won't do it. Natural ability, guys, will not always take you to where you want to go. You have to have hard work also. Right. Is that it? Let's see. All right. Ghetto kid like this, I never thought I'd ever be in Hawaii on a vacation. Last year we went to Cabo San Lucas. It was fabulous. The year before that, the year before Maui, we went to Cancun. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, you live in the greatest country in the world. A country that does not care where you come from. They don't care what background you come from. All they care about is, can you produce? Can you use your brain to get ahead? All right? If you're born dirt poor, they don't care. You can still become something, but it's going to be through your choices and your hard work. All right? Any questions that you guys have for me before we go to lunch? Yeah?
What is one way to join the military after high school?
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that?
What is one way to join the military after high school?
What is what?
What is one way to join the military after high school?
Well, what do you have to do? To join the military now, you cannot have a record to join the military, and you have to be a high school graduate. And you have to take a test called the ASVAB test, Armed Forces Vocational Aptitude Test, or something like that. Battery, that's what it is, ASVAB. And you have to take that. You have to not have a record, because even the Marine Corps now, you can't get arrested. And then you have to have You have to have a high school diploma, and they give you a drug test before you go in. You cannot have drugs in your system, or else you will not be eligible. And I'm just saying, it's a great way to get. It was a great way for me to get out of Santa Ana and into a life where, you know. And now I'm a teacher. I never thought I would be. I'm like, ooh, those people are smart. I don't see myself as that smart, but dude, I work hard. I worked hard at my education. I've sacrificed a lot to get to where I'm at. And the thing is it's open to you guys also. Okay? It's open to you. So, all right, thank you very much.
Wait, let me get the camera.